Hey, what is going on everybody? It's your boy Nick. Now today I've ditched my S8 for the Huawei Mate 10. Is it a stupid move? Let's find out. Apparently there are a lot of things that I'm gaining and also losing at the same time while switching over to the Mate 10. And I think this really depends on what kind of person you are and which one is suited more towards your personality. Alright, so let's begin with the things that I miss on the S8, and this is of course very obvious and clear, and that's going to be the display. Although the resolution between these two phones are exactly the same, the S8 is an 18:9 ratio with an OLED display. Now, I'm coming from someone who has already experienced OLED for I think about 2 years now with my S7 and S8. I really do miss the color accuracy, the contrast, the popping colors on the S8. Oh, not to mention, although the Mate 10 has a bigger screen, the S8 has a higher screen to body ratio and a higher pixel density. One thing I like about the Mate 10's display is that there is no curve, which means you could really easily find screen protectors for it, because I'm pretty sure all of you, if you're an S8 user yourself, you know how difficult and a pain in the ass it is to get a really good screen protector for your device. And since the screen is so close to the edge, it gives you an immersive effect that it isn't even there at all. The S8's form factor is slim and light, whereas for the Mate 10 it's completely different. It's heavier compared to the S8 and it's also a bit bulkier. Not only that, you also lose features like wireless charging and water resistance, but that doesn't apply to the Mate 10 Pro. Basically, the Mate 10 is splash proof, but not too much water. And this particular feature for me that I feel unconscious about is that I do miss the iris scanner. And I didn't actually realize how useful and efficient it is until I actually transferred over to the Mate 10. Because, you know, just holding your screen towards your face and the device unlocks is a very quick way instead of using your fingerprint. But not to worry, the Mate 10's fingerprint sensor is blazing fast and it's in a very good spot instead of that awkward position that is on the S8. If you use Bluetooth a lot, this would also be a disadvantage to you because you're dropping from Bluetooth 5.0 to Bluetooth 4 point something. So that means that you cannot simultaneously connect to two devices, and also the range isn't going to be as good as it is on the S8. Although my S8 is running on the Exynos chip, it is able to support QUICKCHARGE 3.0 by Qualcomm. Unfortunately, in order to supercharge, or that's what they call it, on the Mate 10, you can only do that through the adapter. So which means if your power bank supports QUICKCHARGE, it's more likely not going to work. Coming to my next point, I think this is how Huawei compensates it. The device actually charges very fast with the provided adapter, and I dare say that this is faster than the S8 when it comes to charging speeds. In about 30 minutes of charging, you would get more than enough battery to last you throughout the entire day. And this beast here is packing a total of 4000 milliamp hours of battery. Wow. So far, and hopefully there aren't any exploding cases of the Mate 10. Y'all remember the Note 7, right? Okay, so now on to the things that I really enjoy on the Mate 10. So I think I've already mentioned a really big battery, the fast charging, and also the very good blazing fast placement of the fingerprint sensor. So I won't be repeating these three, and let's move on to the rest. Okay, camera wise, this is a bit of a debate comparing with the S8 and the Mate 10. Well, the Mate 10 has this AI feature that they call, they would be able to recognize certain pictures that you're taking and it would optimize the camera for it. Also, the Mate 10 has a monochrome sensor and a smaller aperture of the camera lenses. The Mate 10 has dual lenses, whereas for the S8 there's only one. It supports portrait mode on the Mate 10, and I personally have to say that this is kind of a hit or miss thing when you first test it out, but as time goes by and you get used to how you're supposed to take portrait mode photos, it would turn out pretty good. Because of the lower aperture on the Mate 10 in both lenses, if you're taking photos at night, you realize that there isn't a lot of noise in the picture compared to if you're using an S8. But in daylight photos or like casual shootings, I very much prefer the S8 over the Mate 10. Alright, next up, software. This to me is also debatable because, as you know, both operating systems are heavily skinned. If I had to choose, I would definitely go with Huawei's because they really do deserve it. You know, I've been using the phone for quite a while and it does feel that they are able to keep the smoothness to it. Whereas for TouchWiz, up to a certain point of usage, you would definitely feel the sluggishness in the phone, like opening apps, especially the camera and stuff, does take a little while longer than it used to. And also do keep in mind that the Mate 10 launched with Oreo, whereas at this stage right now the S8 is only slowly getting the rollout of the Oreo update. I would definitely go with Huawei's. Hi, it's your boy Nick from the future. So, after using MIUI for 2 weeks, I would like to retract my statement. Although EMUI is a complete copy of the iOS's design, and I think we pretty much know that, you know, it doesn't really perform as well. Plus, some of the things aren't really practical either. Like for example, for most Android phones out there, if you want to quickly enter to your camera's shortcut, you would double tap on your standby button. Whereas for MIUI, they put it onto the volume down button, which only works on your lock screen. But what if you're listening to music? Did they not think of that at all? Yeah, and also gestures wise, which I will later talk about in the video, doesn't always work. It will only work when it likes to. So in conclusion, no, it's nowhere better or worse compared to TouchWiz. Alright, back to the video. The biggest difference between the two phones, for me at least, is that once I picked them both up, for the S8 you can definitely straight away out of the box feel the premium quality to it, and that I think is caused by the vibration. Because come on, I mean, one glance at both of the phones and you would definitely choose the Mate 10 over the S8's design any time of the day. But that one thing on the Mate 10 that is causing this much trouble is the vibration, and I really don't like it. If you do get a chance to feel the vibration on both phones, please do, because it's such an important factor to me that it will make or break whether one phone feels premium or not. The vibration on the Mate 10 is so bad that it's like the Zenfone 6 that I reviewed so many years back. It is that bad and it doesn't feel premium at all. Moving on, the Mate 10 has an included IR blaster, and you don't really see manufacturers including this feature on most of the mainstream phone these days, but I think it's kind of fun. As long as the electronic comes with a remote control, you'll be able to control it through your device. How cool is that? This is quite a party trick and it would, trust me, impress all of the people. The last IR blaster on a Samsung device was probably the Note 5. So this next feature here might be a deal breaker for some of you, and you might even choose the Mate 10 over the S8 because of this. This is stereo speakers, and Samsung really didn't integrate this feature into the Galaxy S line since the very beginning and up to the S8. I think they do have plans to include stereo speakers in the S9, but the Mate 10 does come with stereo speakers, which are awesome. Both devices, the S8 and the Mate 10, comes with a headphone jack, so you don't have to worry about carrying the useless dongle around. Okay, last feature, and this is gestures. I've got to give it to the Mate 10 because I think they do have a little bit more compared to what Samsung does, and for the most part, they're pretty useful. Alright, so that's a wrap for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. It's a little bit longer than it should be. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Nicholas, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.